Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to another video with electrasoul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual girl putting everybody on alongside a whole lot of other things. Just moving this back real fast. Hey y'all, what's up? Okay, so today in this video, as you guys can see, this is a video that I wanted to cover that I feel like is generally, I mean, all topics I talk about here are definitely very important, but I feel like this is also very important because this topic stems back to the kind of security that you have as a conscious manifestor in your reality overall, okay? Because I really do feel like some people kind of underestimate how, I mean, I've seen a good amount of people who do unintentionally underestimate just how powerful they are as a conscious manifestor, and just the fact that whatever you think about, I promise you, you're manifesting, even if you don't have the best day, even if you don't feel super happy right now, even if whatever, you're always manifesting what you want. Everything is still working out for you. Hey boo, everything is still coming together. Nothing is changing, like absolutely nothing, no matter how you may feel. Okay. So if you are intending to manifest a lot of greatness and you have, maybe you feel like you're going through a lot and you feel emotionally very overwhelmed by certain things and you just feel like there's a lot on your plate and things like that. I feel like when things like that occur, that's when some people may unintentionally begin to feel as though, oh, what if now I'm not manifesting what I want because I'm going through this? Or what if because of my pain here that this is not coming together in the way that I intended that it would? You know what I mean? Like there's some sort of mental limitation that some people unintentionally implement onto themselves out of fear. And I feel like I stated, that's important to cover because the whole thing is that nothing ever gets in your way, even if you have quote unquote, uncertainties, doubts, fears, limitations that you feel like you have. Even with all of those things, I kid you not, you could be intentionally manifesting to, you could be intentionally working to manifest exactly what you want. And I say working not because you're literally like hauling ass, because it's not like that for us, but more in the way that you're feeding your mind, you're flipping thoughts, you're staying on top of your mental diet, you're talking to yourself the way that you should, and things like that. The whole thing is that, okay, you're doing this, that's a great thing. Now, even if you have a moment where you feel overwhelmed or you feel triggered or you feel like, I'm so upset today that I don't think I'm manifesting what I want because I'm so upset or whatever, none of those things actually get in your way ever, unless you actually believe that with your whole heart, soul, body, mind, chest, everything, like your whole everything, your whole essence, that you're like, yeah, forget it, whatever. But I'm telling you guys right now, if you don't think about those things, if you're not feeding that, if you're not acting as though, yes, this is the end and that's it, like basically, if you're not making it into a bigger deal than it has to be, it won't be one. You know what I mean? Like, you will still effortlessly manifest everything that you want with ease, just because you want to, just because you intend to, just because you can. Nothing here is holding you back. Nothing's in your way. There's nothing here that actually keeps you in that bubble or box without your permission. So I really want y'all to remember that even if you do feel a type of way, even if you are sad, even if, whatever, like it could be anything, guys, because keep in mind, yes, we are all gods of our realities. We truly are. We're very powerful. We're very limitless. We can manifest anything that we want. The more that we harness our power, the easier it is for us to manifest everything that we want. But I want y'all to understand that with that knowledge, you should be using that and believing that to the most of your ability. Like you should be feeding that more than anything else. You should not be sitting there and basically keeping yourself up on this pedestal for a few days, and then something happens and then you're like, oh, forget it. You know what I mean? Back to square one, quote unquote, because that square one doesn't exist without your permission. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, bouncing back is inevitable. Bouncing back is a constant thing. It's something that we're always on top of. There's nothing here that keeps you down. Nothing here that actually keeps you down except for your own mind. All those fears and doubts or whatever, it comes from your ego that fears, getting hurt. What if something happens? What if this? What if that? But at the end of the day, you are not actually afraid of anything. Like, your soul knows everything. You have confidence in yourself. You know that everything's going to be all right. You know that things are working out for you. Now, are you going to continue to allow these things to work out for you, or will you behave as though, no, that's not the case for me. It's not what I got, period. No, that's not what you want. So don't focus on those things, especially if you know for yourself they don't make you the happiest version of yourself that you can possibly be. All right. Now, with this video, with everything that I'm saying here, I want you guys to really, really, really get it wrapped around your head. The idea, I just saw 444, not a coincidence, but I really want y'all to get this idea wrapped around y'all's head that everything that you do, everything that you think about, everything that you say to yourself, anything that you are, that you contribute towards whatever within your reality, everything is helping your desires. Every single little freaking thing. Everything. Your emotions do not equal this desire manifests or it doesn't. Your emotions don't equal that. They don't actually get to decipher any of those things. Your your moods don't get to decipher how things manifest for you or how they don't, quote unquote. They don't. The only thing, okay, so when you feel that way and you're like, oh, what if, whatever, again, those are fears. That is not linked to your sadness, perhaps, to maybe you feel worried, maybe you feel whatever. You can feel anything that you feel. They don't actually correlate with each other. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I have had days where I've been kind of upset about certain things, right? I've been, I would feel a type of way about something. I knew I was going to get over it. It'd be fine. But you see what I'm saying? I knew I would get over it. It would be fine. I didn't let it become my whole personality to the point that I was just like, okay, I don't know now. I feel upset. Aren't you supposed to always be happy? If I'm not happy, if I'm not happy, am I not manifesting what I want? You know what I mean? Like, you start to create all these tunnels of imaginary links to how this mood could be affecting this. And if I don't say this, then that's not going to happen. It's like you're literally creating issues unintentionally without you even realizing it. And that is honestly a problem. Like, genuinely, I think it's a problem because I feel like you're making things that don't matter into things that do when they don't freaking matter to begin with. You know what I'm saying? It's too easy for y'all to manifest what you want. If everyone wants to manifest what they want, they can easily do that. They're completely in control of that. There's nothing here, again, that's holding you back, quote unquote. It's up to your own belief that feeds your reality in the way that you want it to be fed. Okay. But additionally to this, I want y'all to also remember that the thing is, like I stated, we're gods within ourselves, although we are still human beings, right? We have egos, we eat, we sleep, whatever. Okay, so we still have a body and mind to maintain. The whole thing is that when I say things like this, people hear me and they're like, yeah, you're right, I can do this, etc. And obviously you can, and I'm right, period, because it is true. But it's like you have to think about it when you're actually in the moment of dealing with these things too. You know what I mean? I feel like the human ego is a very fragile thing. It's a very fragile thing. So if the human ego, if you don't have a strong self-concept and your ego is pretty weak in that sense, or like your ego is pretty like underdeveloped and all that stuff, things can easily, quote unquote, trigger you if you allow them to. So you hear me telling you, your thoughts or your thoughts don't always directly lead back to whether your desires manifest or not. It's truly down to your beliefs. If you believe it's going to work out, it will be good. Even if you don't think right now that it will be, if you believe it, it will be. Okay. So you hear that and you're like, that's great. I'm going to think about that. I'm going to hold on to that, as you should. But then there's moments where, let's say something actually triggers you in your reality and you feel a type of way. And you feel a type of way in a way that you didn't think you would. Okay. Maybe something happened with an SP, maybe something with the test. It could be something that like triggers an emotional response within you and you start to feel like worrisome energy. You're almost like, oh my gosh, whoa, like what's happening here? I didn't think this was going to happen. Like I'm fucking freaking out, whatever. You see what I'm saying? It's like the fragile ego right there that feels triggered by what's going on in front of you. So then in those moments you start to overthink and then you start to think about all these case scenarios about, oh, am I not getting what I want? I said that I did. I felt so sure about that yesterday, but now I don't know. All that stuff needs to be cut out. Okay, cut out like any food that you would not eat, bro. Cut that shit out like dairy, dead ass. That is not the way that you should be thinking for yourself. It does not stem down to that. Even if you are emotionally charged in certain moments, even if you feel a bit anxious or whatever, triggered by something going on, that does not decipher anything for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? Because this separation is super important. It is incredibly important to not behave as though, oh, yeah, I feel anxious, so I'm not getting what I want as a pair. That's not it, bro. Like, that is out the window. If anything, I feel like if people do this and they really don't realize what they're doing, some people do it to victimize themselves because they're used to that. Some people think like this because they're so used to thinking like that. Honestly, it all stems back to the same thing: self-victimization, being used to that, being comfortable with that. Maybe you've always told yourself that that's how it was with you, and you know what I mean, like a lot of limitations and things like that would scare you a lot. But the thing is that you're above that, you're stronger than that, and you have a much stronger mind than that. You have a much stronger mind than that, like 1,000,000,000%. You have the strongest mind that you could possibly have. Nothing here is strong enough to keep you in a place of this kind of limitation and doubt, you are the person, the catalyst for all of your desires manifesting for you. So it's not really so much of, let's just see what happens. Whatever it is, it is. If it's not, I'll work with it, whatever. Of course, even if you perceive life that way, things will work out for you because it's you. You're a blessed person. But that's what I'm saying, though. You're a blessed person knowingly. You know that you're blessed. So why wouldn't things always work out for you? Why wouldn't things always come together for you? Why wouldn't you always get exactly what you want? Why wouldn't it be more than enough for you? Why would it not be? There's no reason as to why it wouldn't be. The only reason that you could fear that it wouldn't be is if you, again, fear. That's it. That's the only way, is if you truly fear, what if X, Y, and Z, whatever, whatever. But again, those are all things that you feed. Okay. If you redirect your energy towards things that actually matter in your reality, those things won't matter to you. So you're not going to sit there and try to make up puzzle pieces as to how things are or are not working out for you because of how you feel. You can have the shittiest day of your life, bro, and I kid y'all not, your desires are still manifesting for you. You can have I don't want to keep giving examples of like, like low things that make you feel heavy, but I'm trying to paint a picture for you guys. Like I want y'all to really think about it from your own perspective, in the sense that it's like, oh yeah, I remember a time where I felt very upset about something that happened, but I knew everything was going to be all right, so it was all right. Y'all don't know, I lived my life like that for the longest. That's literally how I grew up, okay? My mind was very depressed. I was very upset about everything. I made issues about everything, but my core belief was still everything is going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like my core belief, I believed that. I really truly thought, even if I feel this way, it's going to be straight. Even though I was prideful. Yes, I was prideful. I was like, oh, yeah, it'll be fine. Like, whatever. Fine. It'll be fine. It's because I know it will be fine. But my ego is trying to make a little issue out of things because, it's comfortable that way. But no, that's not what I want. It's not what I deserve. It's not how things are supposed to be for me. So I'm not going to continue to entertain that when I know that me putting my focus towards things that matter, such as I'm the most empowered person, I'm the most empowered version of myself, I'm on top of my shit, I always get what I want. And basically, you constantly uplifting yourself in this way, that is what makes things happen for you. That's when you see the movement. That's when you really start to work out of any kind of limited mindset, even in the ways that maybe your moods aren't always so great, whatever. Even that will be redirected because you can control your moods. You know what I mean? Like I do believe, no, I do believe that you can control your moods. I do, because there have been times where I've been upset and then, I still felt like a type of way about something, but I was making myself feel better through affirmations, through literally praising myself by reminding myself, you're that bitch, don't worry about that, like period, everything's working out for you, you always get great karma because you're a great person. Literally, me reflecting my character back to myself would make me feel better. Therefore, I would naturally focus on better things in my reality, and that's obviously a very good thing because that's how it's supposed to be for everyone. But I want y'all to understand, with that being said, this video though is about you not feeling your very best and still getting what you want at the end of your day. You get what I'm saying? Like you cannot feel your very best. You can feel triggered, limited, whatever, quote unquote. You can feel those things. You can think those things. But are they true? Absolutely not. Do you know they're not true? Yes, you do. Will you behave as though maybe they are true? You could, but you know that you're not helping yourself by doing that. So if you're sitting here and you're telling me I'm manifesting X, Y, and Z, I'm doing this and that, I can definitely do this shit, whatever. You have to follow through with that. That's why I always tell y'all that manifesting comes with such a responsibility. There have been people tell me I can't manifest shit. I've been trying to manifest this for so long, but I'll ask them like, okay, so tell me the breakdown. Like, how was it for you? What did you do? What did you focus on? What are your thoughts every day? This, that. And it's always something where they're like, I wasn't persisting here. I felt honestly very triggered. So I took a step back and I'm trying now to focus on it, but it's very hard for me. Basically, it's like a lack of discipline because of fear. You know what I mean? They're afraid that they're not going to get what they want, quote unquote. So they don't really stay on top of their business like they should. They don't discipline themselves. With discipline, that's what manifests results, because that's where persisting comes in. If you're disciplined, you're going to do what you have to do for everything else to follow. Does that make sense? Like, if you're disciplined, you're going to follow through with affirming consistently when you feel like you should. If you're staying disciplined, you're going to flip your thoughts anytime that they don't align with the person that you are. If you're staying disciplined, you're going to literally come through for everything. You will be ambitious enough to manifest exactly what you want because you would understand, I deserve it, I want it, I got it, and that's it. Like, I'm not playing games about anything, even if or when you may feel a type of way within your life. You know, there have been moments, again, like I said for myself, where I would be very upset about certain things, but even then, it was separate. Like I wasn't trying to make my attitude, my sadness, my feelings about my desires because they had nothing to do with one another at all. Like literally at all. Unless I was in a mood to try to like shit on my whole life and be like, "Oh my god, that's why everything sucks. That's why I don't get what you want." Whatever. I used to literally say shit like that. And it would depress me so bad because I would start to believe what I was saying. You know what I mean? Like that's why your thoughts are important because they do feed your belief system. So even if you like if you want to be the most positive person, it's going to feed your positive belief system. You know what I mean? So you're going to perceive things from a positive way. You're going to feel better about yourself, all that stuff. But if you're telling yourself the complete opposite and you're persisting with that, it could skew the way that you see things because you're telling yourself a story that you don't want consistently, consistently. You're feeding yourself that and it's not helpful at all. Like it's just not helpful. So I've learned to keep my thoughts or excuse me, I learned to keep my moods and my feelings separate from my desires. So if I ever feel a type of way, which even then I do sometimes, you know what I mean? Like I'm a human being. Sometimes people piss me off, not like, oh, this cashier was a bitch, not like that. I mean, more in the way like, you know, I maybe like a family member or someone, whatever. It could be anything. It could be that, oh, I was driving and this person cut me off. Some stupid shit. It could be anything or even important things. Like for example, y'all know I'm a big humanitarian when it comes to the world, caring about people, caring about things, everything. So I see things online that make me cry in seconds. You know what I'm saying? And even with that, even with me crying, even with me thinking, even with me saying, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe this," whatever, I'm not like, "Okay, I feel this way. Nothing's working out for me. Like that's it. Fuck, I'm so sad. That's why my life is this." Like, I don't link it back to that because to me, that's reaching. Like, that's ridiculous. I feel like that is literally self-sabotage to the max. And that's basically the point of this video is to show y'all exactly how to not self-sabotage when it comes to you manifesting your desires because they don't have anything to do with the other. Do you understand what I'm saying? They only do when you give them that kind of linkage, but they don't inherently have that to begin with. You understand what I'm saying, right? Like your emotions are completely separate from your desires manifesting. And if you choose to pair them up together, that's your choice. Honestly, if you're going to do that, take every opportunity of you being the happiest, the best feeling, confident, in love with yourself, all those moments that you have where you're like, I'm that bitch, I get everything that I want. Oh, I love myself. I'm so happy. I love that my life treats me like this. That is a very good time. That's like the perfect time for you to link these two together because it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you're that bitch. Oh, yeah, that's why I get everything that I want. You know what I mean? I'm so happy. That's why everything works out for me. Yes, that is a great way for you to use your moods linked to your desires because that's actually very helpful and it's very uplifting. You're not trying to sit here and be like, I'm so sad. That's why I never get what I want. Don't y'all feel the energy? I can literally feel how it's like a heavy doom. It feels like this, like no, it feels like heavy to me. When I'm telling y'all, it like brings me back to memories when I would say things like this to myself. And I remember after I got through that bout of me being this way and thinking this way and perceiving it as though my sadness equals me not getting what I want. After I got through that, I looked back and I was like, holy shit, like why did I make so many issues for no reason? I was genuinely trying to self-sabotage because I was afraid, but no longer. You know what I mean? Like you have to see it from that way. It's like no longer, that's not how I am. It's not what it is for me. I'm very limitless. I could do whatever the fuck I want. Everything works out for me. Like I'm not going to sit here and act like I can't do this when I know that I can. You have to be that confident and secure in yourself because if you're not, it's just like it's like leeway for anything to come in and just change the way that you see this world and this life and your desires. Guys, your self-concept is supposed to be the highest. Nothing is supposed to come over that. Nothing is supposed to overpower you or your self-concept especially. That's why I always tell y'all work on self-concept because with the high self-concept, these become very big non-issues. They become nothing to you. You can be upset about something, you can feel type of way about this, you can care about that, and you still will not try to bring it back to you manifesting or not manifesting something in your eyes. You understand? Like you're not going to lead it back to your successes, to your happiness, to the way that things manifest for you. They have nothing to do with each other. They have nothing to do with each other. So don't try to put them in a box when you don't want to feel affected by those things. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's very important for y'all to see it from this perspective of that separation because I feel like so many emotionally charged people unintentionally do this a lot. A lot. of emotionally overcharged people. And I'm talking about the people who don't really think about what they say to themselves. They don't really like reflect on their feelings. They don't talk to themselves. They don't, you know what I mean? Like things that people do at their healthiest, you would talk to yourself. You would be like, okay, what are you feeling? All right, it's straight that you feel that way, but remember, everything's okay. Like it's completely fine. This is just a moment. Me telling myself this is just a moment has saved me so many times because it really is just a moment. Like I'm not gonna feel this way in a month, bruh. I'm not gonna feel this way in a week or even in a day without my permission. I have the confidence and the courage to overstep all of the limitations that we may be trying to implement onto ourselves. We don't deserve that shit. We want to be happy. We want to be on top of it. We want to get everything that we want. There's nothing here holding us back. Absolutely nothing. Okay. So I really want you guys to sit with this video today because this is a very important video. All the videos I make, like I stated, are important, especially when it comes to law of assumption and confidence, self-concept, raising yourself up, staying on top of business, all that good stuff. But this video, I feel like, is separately very important because, again, there are so many people who link their emotions to their desires manifesting or not. That is completely irrelevant, guys. Stop doing that. It has nothing to do with anything. If you believe in the best, that's all that matters. Even if you're upset as fuck for a week, you can be depressed for a week, bro. I'm not saying you should be, and it's fine. It's fine if you are. The whole point is that you're still getting what you want, though. Like any moments that I was sobbing my eyes out, my ass off, like I never thought to myself, "Oh, well, that mansion isn't manifesting now." What? Like, I feel like that's irrelevant. I feel like that's so irrelevant, but some people do that. Some people do that. And I did used to do things like that too in the past, but they were not helpful. They were super harmful to me, if anything. And that's just not what we deserve, guys. Okay? So please continue standing on top of business. I don't want to see anything less than best from all of y'all because I know that y'all have the power within you to keep yourself on top of shit. Like, there's nothing here holding you back. And I'm glad if I bursted your ego in this video, I'm very glad that I did because, yeah, get out of the pity bubble. None of those limitations are true. You are on top of it. You can do this shit. You got this, period. Nothing is holding you back. I believe that more than anything else. I mean that. I really do mean that. All right. So with that being said, guys, thank y'all so much for listening and for watching. I'm going to read the comments now, but thank you guys for everything. And I apologize, guys. I'm going to try to read everything because I see hella comments. So I'm going to try to get through everything. Let's see how it goes. God bless y'all. And if I do miss anyone's comments, in case I don't read it literally, because I read through everything, but sometimes I do miss things. If I do, please either ask me again or come back to me next video. Okay. So with that being said, all right. Hey, girl. Hey, boo. Daniel Marone said, I was just listening to your 2022 video on ignoring the 3D. What a life-changing video. Thank you so much. That's crazy. I think you're the second person this week to tell me that. That's insane. Maybe I'll make another video on that. It's like sneeze. Maybe I'll make another video about that because I feel like that was definitely something that it helped a lot of people. I remember like people were like mind blown by it. And I thought it was so funny. Excuse me. I thought it was so funny because isn't my sneeze so deep? Everyone tells me that, or they're like, oh shit, it sounds like a cough. But yeah, I feel like that video really hit home for a lot of people because it was very like enlightening. But I thought it was normal to think that way. I don't know, but I'm glad that I was able to put into perspective and that we can continue to like feed that. You feel me? Jada, hey Jada, hi Electra, I love this color on you. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Thank you, babe. I actually dyed this jacket. I bleach dyed it first, and then I went over it with red dye. So I love doing things like that. I love to like orchestrate clothes like that. You know what I mean? Hi, Conscious Queen. Your friend said I have been listening to subliminals for 7 years with nothing. Tried every subliminal. I even made my own EFT tapping, assuming. Hold on. I don't know if been listening to subliminals. Okay. Honestly, if that's the case, there's probably some sort of limiting belief in there because I know for sure subliminals do work, especially for me. I feel like they've only literally didn't work for me whenever I would claim that they don't. So if you're going to claim that they don't, that's honestly what may very much reflect, but you want them to work. So don't focus on them not working and focus on them always working for you because there's no reason as to why I shouldn't, you know? Like I believe that for sure. Now my mom telling me she's going to talk with my dad about my flight to London. I'm currently so nervous right now. Okay, time to take back my power and remind myself who's the actual boss of my reality. Period. Synchronicity. Yup, I love that. And don't worry, everything's going to be okay. Everything will work out for you. You're going to get exactly what you need with your flight. Don't let it's going to be fine. I feel like it is. I feel like just be confident and just know everything will go good with the talk and that's it. Hey Mel, yay, I finally caught alive. Thank you for being here. So sweet. Hey Andrani. Hey gorgeous. You're so cute. Thank you, baby. So sweet. Okay. I've definitely come to the understanding that your feelings don't change your progress, which makes a huge difference in the way I go through life. It doesn't at all. It changes nothing when it comes to your desires at all. 1,000,000,000%. There's nothing here that's holding you back or whatever. Yes, you're in control. Like a billion per freaking cent. Um I don't know if it's just a Cancer trait, but sometimes I tend to grab after logic. It's probably because you're opposite Capricorn. Capricorns are very logical. I'm a Capricorn. Our opposites. Sometimes we have traits. We have traits from each other. So I'm very emotional, like a Cancer. I feel like I do act like a Cancer sometimes, and you probably just reflect the Capricorn energy. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's something to like keep in mind. But that's really cool. And then someone said, "Same here. I think it's a Cancer thing." Yeah, it's definitely like the Cancer Capricorn opposition for sure. Can you check why I'm getting a nudge from my ex best friend even then and now? What is her energy? I feel like she kind of manifested me, but I'm so done with her. Thank you, girl. Okay, let's do this. I was gonna say, guys, also, if you guys want like more intel on things in your reality, I do spiritual readings and stuff. So if you guys want like more info, you can always hit me up for a reading. And my readings are very cheap, in my opinion. I think they're like the cheapest out there, which is very good. But it gives you all the most knowledge. I put my asshole into that shit. I put my read OC into that, like for real. But okay. um I feel like she's thinking about you. I don't think she's like intentionally manifesting you, but I see that she's thinking about you. I feel like she's kind of bitter, to be completely honest with you. Next. Thank you, next. Like irrelevant. And realizing that any emotion does not last, which is actually backed by science as well. They'll only last around 90 seconds unless you choose to feed it. That's a very good thing to think about. Also, your thoughts manifest your feelings. So even if you're sad, if you consciously think differently, your thoughts will naturally follow, almost like baby ducks. I love that. And you're completely right because, yes, that is so true. And that's how I think about it too for myself. It's just like, don't hold on to something that doesn't help, you know? Um, Let me see. Yeah, the logical mind does not suit you. It doesn't suit any of us. Definitely not. How's your figure skating going? It's going so good. Thank you so much for asking. I've officially started training for axle on ice. I can do it off ice. I don't know if you just heard my cat. I could do it off ice. I'm working on ice. So thank you so much for asking. God bless you. Lorenzo said, "Hey, cool video topic today. Thank you. I feel like my purpose is to be a musician artist, but I don't know how to go about it. I don't know how to use magic softwares and I feel intimidated. Any advice for an easier journey and how to go about limiting beliefs regarding talent/skills and becoming the best artist I could possibly be?" Honestly, go on YouTube right now and get started. Like you have to start. You have to commit yourself. If you want to what's it called? Excuse me, if you want to progress in you making music, you have to start somewhere. So go on YouTube and start watching videos on how to do it and start buying simple things, little things if you need to work your way up towards actually making music. And all that stuff is going to naturally give you a lot of confidence in the way that you're creating something, you're trying, and that is what matters. You know what I mean? The fact that you're trying and the fact that you're committing yourself to something. I feel like the limiting beliefs are just fear that you could not succeed, but you know that you will. So please do everything that you can to feed success as opposed to anything else and understand that those limitations are just your ego and that your ego is not ultimately telling the truth. You know what I mean? Like the ego is not completely valid, so don't listen to it. You can definitely do it. I believe in you and I know that you're going to make amazing music because you already are. Just have a lot of confidence in yourself. Your self-concept needs to be raised. Just keep telling yourself that you make the best music and everything works out for you always. Your thoughts about Alyssa Liu? I really enjoy her art. I think it's great that she's doing like the way that the things that she wants to do with that. I honestly don't know much about her. Like I haven't kept up with all this stuff about I know some things about her. Like I know how she thinks and like I think I know she's Japanese and white and things like that. But I think it's cool. I think it's very cool. I think it's very cool that she's because I remember when I got into figure skating 2 years ago, I was like my biggest mindset was to teach freedom in figure skating because it would bother me so much how everything seems so cutthroat. And yeah, I remember and, like, when I saw her, I was like, "I'm so thankful that someone was placed in that position of, having all the eyes on her so she can show people to be more carefree with figure skating." So, yeah, I thought that was, like, a really cool synchronicity, and I felt like I planted a seed that, like, other people began to follow. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very subconscious, as y'all know, I'm a 12th house stellium, so anytime I set an intention for the world, I feel like it always comes true, but you know what I mean? Like I'm undercover doing it and then everyone takes action. I'm like, okay, beautiful. You know what I mean? I'm not like obviously trying to claim claim like a, what's it called? I don't know what the word is. I'm not trying to claim it like, oh yeah, I started that in that sense, but I do believe that my intention fed this for sure. So I'm very happy to see it manifest. Let's see. Hi, Electra. You talked about our phones being spyware, and there are so many things that are going on in the world. So, what do you do to circumvent this? I cannot believe you said that. I cannot believe you said that because my sticker on my laptop fell off and I was like, oh, getting a new one because yeah, like I believe it's spyware for sure. The way that I see it is that I'm always protected. I believe that you should always tell yourself that you're protected, that you're taken care of, that everything's working out for you, and that no one is like in your business. Basically, like I don't see it as though, oh my god, all my stuff is out there and anyone can see it. And I'm so scared because I feel like that's not a excuse me, that's not a productive way of seeing things. But yeah, I'm just like, no, everything's gonna be okay, and I'm gonna work with what I have to do. Like I don't feed into AI, I don't use AI, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna feed what they want us to feed in order to get more info from us. This is probably going to be my last iPhone. I honestly don't want iPhones anymore because it's a horrible company. I'm so good off that. There's just like a lot of things that we can work with, but I believe that we can make the change as long as we're persisting. You know what I mean? Like I believe that there's always a way around something else, and I've heard that there's other better phones too. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to feed into this shit. So yeah, it's basically about doing what's best for you and for the world intentionally. Um about your best friend Jada, I feel like you're leveling up and she kind of feels a type of way. That's honestly what I feel. I feel like she feels like you're becoming like stronger, and I feel like it's kind of like overwhelming her. So I feel like there may be a separation on the way, but it may take a while, low key, but it's okay. Everything's gonna be all right, and you will definitely be great. Have you ever had a scary experience during meditation, like a creepy visual? Honestly, yeah, I've had a lot of those, but I know it's just like demons or whatever trying to mess with me at some points. But it's always up to what you allow. I never allow them to, but sometimes there have been moments where I would feel like a little bit of something and then it would kind of come. But I wouldn't again feed into it and think like, oh my God, whatever. I don't let it take over. But yes, I have had that happen to me. Um, okay, let's see, guys. Indrani said, one of your sisters live, you guys say it's okay to change your career path in any given time and age. Guess who is changing her career path and getting enrolled in a new master program? God bless you, babe. That's amazing. I assume that is so great, and I'm so happy to hear that. I love that so much, and I feel like, yes, you're going to succeed so good. Oh my God, it's going to be so freaking good, guys, especially for you. I love it. I'm very thankful that you learned that for yourself too. Synchronicity. I'm currently working on my online shop website, and now you came with Etsy is such a huge sign. Let me see. Purple Dream Shop, that's cute. Let me see what that's so cute. All the amazing. I'm gonna take a picture of that too for myself. Actually, I intend nothing but success for you always, and for your business and everything else that you want. You got this shit. Okay. I feel you should get like a bracelet, Jada. Like a crystal bracelet is what I saw very clearly. I finally surrender about everything, the money and how part blah blah blah. I know I'm the most high. I got the shit in the bag. I'm in control. Everything already handled beautifully. Big thank you, sis. Of course, babe. Thank you. And you're right. I love that confidence. Period. Hey, Neuro asked, OMG, Electra, hi. I'm finally awake for one of your lives. I'm crying. I'm so sorry. You're right. You've been sleeping lately. I remember you told me that. I think it's like very late for you, and I'm so sorry. But I'm glad that you're here right now, and I'm very thankful that you are. Thank you, babe. And yes, everyone's a wealthy queen and king, period. Repetition overrides the logical mind. I've experienced myself, so I trust it will work for you, Lily. Yes, it will, always. Been listening to subs for yeah, I remember. It's okay, babe. You gotta listen with the subliminals. It's gonna be okay. It's up to your belief system. Literally. It's up to your belief system. That's it. It's up to your if you believe it's gonna work, it's gonna work. If not, then that, but you don't want that. You want it to work. So let it work for you. You can definitely do it. I believe in you. Also, guys, Electra has an affirmation tape about controlling your emotions. Yeah, I do. Thank you so much for telling everyone that so that people can like look into that too for themselves. But thank you. Yes. When you say everything you say feeds you, I could feel it. Super grateful to find your channel. Thank you so much for saying that. That is so sweet. Like for real, that means a lot to me. Thank you for seeing it and for feeling that. And also, hey, Scooby, I'm glad that you're here. Caught the live. Let me see. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Yes, I understand with your parents, bro. That toxic shit. Oh my god, the comments just left. I'm like, hold on. I'm so sorry. My parents are the same. They excuse her behavior. She uses people for favors, but the minute you say no to something, she forgets you helped her and acts like you never helped. That's understandable. I think it's time starting to from the opposite. You getting blessed and getting karma. Yes, good karma. I completely agree with you. I want my mom to manifest what she wants if she wants to bond with her daughter who treats her like shit. Honestly, you have to step out the way because I used to feel that way with things regarding my family. If anything happens with my family, that's your problem because I used to care so fucking much and it like would overwhelm me because you know what I mean? Like they act some people act a certain type of way. They act insecure, they don't have a high self concept so they're kind of like, "Oh, I don't know this that." All right, that's your issue. You can figure it out yourself. It's okay though. I believe that you should affirm the opposite, and I believe that you can always make it work for you because I know when I affirm the opposite, it actually worked for me a lot. So that's something that I have to just always focus on. Thank you for saying that. I feel like that's good to keep in mind because I should like really, really think about that too for myself. Um, can you talk about procrastination and analysis paralysis? This is the thing really holding me back. Please make a video. It's something about my self concept. Absolutely. Thank you so much for saying that too, for giving that suggestion. Yeah, let's do it. I appreciate that. Okay, period. Let's see. Self esteem and self confidence is one of the most important things we have. If we know we deserve good things, it makes manifesting so much easier. It really, 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 truly does. You're right. Completely right. Powerful is not only a feeling, but an identity. And it is. Let's see. This makes me feel a bit more optimistic because I've been pretty depressed the past few days. That's understandable. Everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna overcome that. And also bless you, Bang Tan Lily. You're gonna be okay, babe. It's gonna be all right. I'm glad that you have now security over yourself and your thoughts. Just keep feeding the positive things that you want in your reality, and everything will be okay. Even with those feelings, it will pass. All of it's gonna pass. It always does. I was hoping you could do channel whether or not mistakes I made on second job application will affect my chances. Ironic considering the topic of today's live. I see a no. With your belief, it won't. You're gonna be good. I love you and your intro. Thank you so much. Island Gal Nova. Oh, that's so cute. That's so funny. Island Gal Nova. That's one of the cats that we're fostering. His name is Nova. That's so cute. Thank you for responding. You're the creator. I feel like trusting. Period. We're all the creators. Period. I'm glad that we know this. Thank you for saying that, baby. God bless you. Where can I find your intro song? It's Sacred Grove Twilight Princess. That's what it is. Sacred Grove Twilight Princess. And if you want I think it was like an 8-bit version. It wasn't 8-bit. It was like, I think it was like something like that. But it's Sacred Grove Twilight Princess, the video game for Legend of Zelda. My dad is a Capricorn. I'm crying. Hey, mom. Oh, hey. Hey, Kathy. God bless you, babe. God bless you so much. You guys are so cute. Hey, Electra, I really want to book a call, but currently I'm living in India and saving a lot of money. But yeah, very soon. Whenever you want, I'm here for you. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. Guys, is she reading this chat? Yes, I am. Bro even talked about TikTok with a friend of mine. Synchronicity again. Go to Samsung. Yeah, Samsung is still on their shit. Thank you for saying that though. I think Samsung is still the same thing. Samsung, those major companies, it's like literally all the shit that's major, I can't trust. It's like Lay's, Oreo, like food, all the big food companies, the diaper companies, the pad company, all the shit that's like used by this, like everywhere. Those are usually the ones that are the worst because they're there to upsell. They're not there to actually help you. They're there to sell. So they'll sell agendas. They'll just sell like a bunch of shit ingredients and things to make more money. It's very like corrupt, but that's why I don't feed into that. And I also like do things my own way. You know what I mean? Like I don't like to get like the brand that is popular. I mean, that may come from me growing up in like we were not rich growing up. Like we didn't have money. So we would always get like store brand stuff. And to me, that's like what I'm used to. I like that. I like store brand stuff because I feel like what am I'm not going to pay to poison myself. You feel me? Even then, some of the great value stuff isn't the best either, but a lot of it is actually better than the other shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, which crystal, if you don't mind me asking, like what do you intuitively feel is what I mean? I see red jasper. Can you tell me which video of yours 2022? I think it was your just look up 4D electrasoul. It was me with blonde hair. I had like 2 space buns. I intend that you find it. I forgot the name. I think it was about how the 4D always reflects or like live in the 4D instead of in the 3D. Can you reburn Palo Santo? Pablo Santo? Yes, you can. You can. Palo Santo? Yes, you can. Um, my sister turned everyone like shit, but still thinks she's right. Plays a victim. Tries to make me look bad by bringing up things I allegedly said years ago when I wanted on good terms with mom to ruin the sorry, I got cut off. I know what you're saying though. Everything's okay. Fuck that. I know you're just venting right now, and I feel like it's fine because yeah, like whatever happens with your sister, that's her problem. Please try not to focus on her because I swear to you, I feel more depressed when I think about things that like I don't want to think about. That's her problem. You can assume better for her and with the whole situation, but don't focus on it because you deserve better than that, than to feel this way. Okay. Do you intuitively feel like it's in my best interest to get an official diagnosis for autism? I feel like it'll help me understand and accept myself more, unmasking around others. I actually see a no. I actually see a no because I feel like it's not necessary, but it's probably because you already know that you low key like may have autism. I see that you do. I'm not trying to like diagnose you, but I did intuitively see that you do. And I feel like that's why. It's probably just because you like there's no point in a way. But if you want like the external validation of that, you can. And I feel like you would be fine. But I did see a no, but I think it's because you know what it is already, you know? But I'm glad that you want to do that for yourself because that's definitely very helpful. Got any tips for when it feels like nothing is changing when persisting? Like, technically, I know what to do. I just still want to ask. Honestly, the only tip I have is just to not wonder so much and just to trust yourself a lot more than to, you know, want to figure things out and want to look into things and want to understand why it's not working. Like, just keep going and trust that it's working. Keep going and trust that it's working. Even asking questions like this, I'm glad that you did because I'm going to tell you now, don't get comfortable with asking a lot of questions that you know the answer to too, because that creates habits sometimes of people asking just to ask, wanting to know just to want to know, but it can be emotionally effective to you, which is not something that you want. You don't want to be emotionally affected by everything that you're thinking about. You know what I mean? Like emotionally charged by it all. But yes, thank you so much for answering my question. Of course, conscious queen always. Isn't it Ocarina of Time? Yes, actually, it's also in that, but the version that I like is from Twilight Princess. How can I cut my spiritual ties with my ex-best friend? Visualize like her Korkiri village. Yes. Oh my gosh. Cutting spiritual ties with your best friend. Visualize that you guys are separating. Literally, roots are being pulled from both of you guys like this, like, and it's being pulled out of both of your souls, and then it just like dies. You see the root on the floor, and it crinkles up, and it dies, and that's it. That's what I do all the time. Well, I don't do that anymore, but like when I was doing cord removals, that's what I was doing. I was visualizing this cord being removed from the both of us and it just dying. And it worked so much because I would feel that disconnect right after. I know I got this in the bag, but will I pass all 3 courses for this term before giving birth for my online master's degree? Yes, you will. I see a yes. God bless you. And God bless you too, Eileen Galnova. I've missed you. I missed you too, baby. How are you? I'm good. How are you? How are you doing? If you can, please email me. I want to know how you're doing. I love you. God bless you. And I'm so happy that you're here. Which phone then? I don't know. I've heard of the nothing phone. I've heard of this Chinese phone that starts with an H. I'm sure that Hunai or something. You guys probably know of it or have heard of it. If you guys know as well, I should do more research. Maybe my sisters and I will do a video on this so we can talk about alternative options for us to be safer. How do we book a call with you? You can email me. I have all the information down in the description box. You can email me to ask me whatever it is that you'd like, and I'll be here to answer you. So yes, that's how. Okay. All right, guys. Yes, Huawei. Thank you, Huawei. Thank you for saying that. Literally, yes, that's a phone. I need to look into that though. I need to learn more about these phones before I commit to them. My mom wants to bond with her no matter the fact that she treats her like shit, and it triggers me so bad. I don't know why. Can you see something? Please help me let this go. I feel like you have to just let this be your mom's problem. I'm being for real because I used to make shit like this my issue too. Just ignore it and she won't want it anymore. Remember, everyone is you pushed out. Literally. Like, it's her problem. It's gonna be okay. Trust that she will make the right choice and know that your decision of her making the right choice has reflected, and that's it. Okay? Period. That's how you let it go. Just don't let it be like your issue. It's not your issue, thankfully. Thank you, and I do know that I have it. It just feels a bit invalidating at times if someone asks me if I'm officially diagnosed. I understand that. That actually makes a lot of sense. If you wanna look into it, definitely do, and it would help you if you're self-concept and things like that. But yeah, I feel like do what's best for you, but I feel like all in all, yeah. And of course, you're very welcome, baby. My man, he became more like a cute baby than he used to be, only because I unconsciously manifested it. That's so cute. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Girl, your thoughts on how to keep a high vibration through grief, loss, changes that don't feel great. I'm gonna make a video on that. Thank you for asking. I'll do that on a spiritual Monday because I feel like that's something that we can definitely talk about a billion percent. But yes. You can revise, by the way, someone said, "How often should we revise something?" As often as you would like. It's literally your choice. Whenever you want. You can say it once and it'll be enough. It's whatever makes you believe that it's done, and you can do it as many times as you want for whatever. Literally anything that you want. It's up to you, you know? But okay, guys, thank you guys so fucking much for everything. I love y'all so much. I wish I could show you this cow right here, but she's over there and I can't turn my laptop. I love y'all so much. God bless y'all so much for everything. Thank you guys for being here, for listening to me. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, come to me on Monday for another Spiritual Monday live, okay? Subscribe to my channel if you want to keep updated with the times that I will be on. Everything will be here, okay? Shorts, all that stuff. I'm very excited to talk to y'all again, though. And remember, I do spiritual and law of assumption coaching and readings. If you guys need anything from me, everything is in the description box. And you guys can also subscribe to my sister and I's channel, The Eternal Starlight, where we went live yesterday, Wednesday nights or Wednesday afternoons, was whatever. On Wednesdays, we go live. So if you guys want anything, please come through and talk to us as well. We'd be more than happy to talk to y'all. We love y'all so very much. God bless you. And I love you too. Please take care, everyone. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for everything. I love you. Bye, guys. Love you.